Yellowstone is America's first national park, established back in 1872 to protect these incredible landscapes and wildlife. If you are coming to Yellowstone, give yourself at least 2 or 3 days. This park is massive. It's the size of Rhode Island and Delaware combined, and there's so much to see. But we only had 1 day, so we made it work. Here is how we spent 24 hours in Yellowstone with our husky Astrid. If you are curious specifically about how to explore Yellowstone with a dog, watch my video about traveling to national parks with pups, where I talk about all the details. We started the day at West Palm Geyser Basin, right on the shore of Yellowstone Lake. It's much quieter than other places in the park and a great first stop. Yellowstone sits on top of a giant volcanic caldera, and the geysers happen because rain and snow seep underground, hit up on hot rock, and burst back out.
This one's very cool. I'm curious if I was in a steam shower or a steam sauna. Pretty epic with a mountain views behind you.
Next up, Old Faithful. It erupts about every 90 minutes and it's surprisingly reliable, which is rare for a geyser. It's actually named Old Faithful because it was the first geyser in the park discovered to erupt at fairly predictable intervals. You can check the estimated eruption time right in the park app or on the screens inside the visitor center, which is super handy if you're trying to time your stop. If you want a treat, step into the Old Faithful Inn. This log lodge opened in 1904 and is a piece of history. We grabbed huckleberry ice cream before heading back to watch the eruption. I strongly advise you to head to the viewing platform long before the eruption starts, as it gets really crowded and you won't get a good view if you stay behind. Although the dogs are not allowed on the boardwalk, you can still watch the eruption from just outside the viewing area. A quick stop at Grand Prismatic is next. We didn't hike to the Overlook, we didn't have time, but if you do, it's worth it. The Overlook Trail gives you that iconic top-down shot. Even from the boardwalk though, it was my favorite spot of the day. The colors here are unreal. The blue center is the hottest part, too hot for any life, and as the water cools down toward the edges, different bacteria thrive, creating rings of green, yellow, and orange. The colors even shift with the seasons and temperature. It's the largest hot spring in the US, and seeing it in person is something photos can't quite capture. Honestly, some of the best parts of Yellowstone are the things you don't plan. There are so many spots to just pull over: roadside geysers, quiet rivers, open valleys. Give yourself time to stop when something catches your eye. Sometimes those moments feel even more special than the big name attractions. Next up, we made a quick stop at the Norris Geyser Basin. This area is massive, the largest geyser basin in the park, and you could easily spend hours here. We only had time to walk one section, but even 30 minutes is worth it. Norris is home to Steamboat Geyser, the tallest active geyser in the world, blasting over 300 feet when it decides to erupt. It's unpredictable though, sometimes going years between major eruptions. When we were there, we saw it erupting just a tiny bit. When wandering around, you will notice the strong sulfur smell here. This hydrogen sulfide gas from deep underground, and it reminds you just how active this volcano really is. What I like a lot about Norris Basin is that the landscapes and colors are a bit different here, more milky whites and acidic greens than the vivid blues at other basins. Driving north, we pass through Hayden Valley. This is a great place to spot wildlife, bison, elk, even bears and wolves if you're lucky. There are easy pullouts like Grizzly Overlook and Alum Creek where you can scan the meadows safely. We've only seen herds of bison, but it's all based on luck. Even if you are not lucky enough to spot any wildlife, the area is just beautiful to drive through. Nearby the valley is Mud Volcano, worth a quick stop. It's different from other thermal areas because it's so acidic and active. The ground here is unstable and the features bubble and turn constantly. Dragon's Mouth Spring is especially unique, a steaming cave of water that crashes and gurgles like it's breathing. Early explorers thought it was alive, and honestly, it feels like it. Then we made our way to the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone, and honestly, this is one of the park's most impressive spots. You can check out all the viewpoints with a dog, as dogs are allowed by the parking lots and roads. There are multiple lookouts along the North Rim. We like Lookout Point and the Grand View best. If you have time, hike to the brink of the falls. It's short but steep and gives you a whole new perspective. You will have to leave your dog behind for that, but the views are totally worth it. The canyon is about 20 miles long and up to 1,200 feet deep. The yellow and orange walls are from the hot water interacting with volcanic rock, staining it with iron and sulfur over thousands of years. The lower falls drops over 300 feet, almost twice the height of the Niagara. The sound and spray here are incredible. Before sunset, we stopped at Mammoth Hot Springs. This area feels like another planet. Terraces of white and orange rock formed by hot water depositing calcium carbonate. The name Mammoth came from early explorers who thought the formations looked huge and majestic, almost mammoth-like. Terraces change constantly as underground water shifts. This area has been forming for thousands of years, and the landscapes here can literally look different from one year to the next. The hot water comes from the same supervolcano system but rises through limestone instead of volcanic rock, which is why the formations are so bright and chalky. The boardwalk is usually less busy early in the morning or later in the day, so those are the best times to enjoy it with fewer crowds. Give yourself at least 30 to 45 minutes here, but even a short walk on the boardwalks will give you a feel for the scale of these terraces. Our last stop was Lamar Valley, and if you only have one sunset in Yellowstone, make it here. Lamar is famous for its wildlife, often called America's Serengetis. We saw herds of bison grazing, some even blocking the road. Yellowstone's bison are special. They are the last continuously free-ranging herd in the lower 48 states, descendants of just a handful of animals that survived near extinction in the 1800s. Today, there are roughly 5,000 bison in the park. They can weigh up to 2,000 pounds and run 35 miles an hour, so keep your distance, at least 25 yards, more if they are on the move. They are known to be quite unpredictable. Astrid just loved watching the bison through the open car window, but make sure that if you are traveling with a dog, it's safely secured in the car, either seat-belted or in a crate. Watching the sun turn the valley gold was the perfect ending to a packed day. We actually ended up stuck in traffic for about 45 minutes here because a massive herd was blocking the road, something that happens often, so plan for extra time on your evening drive. Honestly though, it's the best traffic jam you will ever sit in. Where else do you get to wait while 2,000-pound animals stroll casually past your car like they own the place? Well, they actually do. We ended the day camping at Mammoth Campground. It's simple, dog-friendly, and close to the north entrance. It gets booked out fast, so make sure to get your site once reservations open up. Yellowstone left us tired but amazed and ready to come back for longer, this time possibly exploring the backcountry. If you can, give yourself more time. There are trails, backcountry spots, and quiet corners you can't just see in one day. But even with 24 hours, you can still have a day you will never forget.